Hi, I'm Lucio, and I'm here to show you how you can leverage AI to go further and to go faster and to make stuff way better than you think you can. I tell you that the website that you're currently seeing was built by myself in a couple of days, has around 300 images, and none of them were touched by me. And you see there's this common ground in all of those images, and you have this character consistency among them. This is not like a cropped image that was duplicated. No, these images were regenerated. How do you keep consistency in the visuals, in the layouts, and how do you introduce variation without getting crazy? What you're seeing here is the original Slack thread. First, I create this brief, which is the main words that I want to have, what most important things from the text, the metaphor, everything that makes this image different is captured. And then I have this generation image prompt that has everything that the image to be generated must accomplish. The most important thing is that I inserted a reference layer over it. Again, when you insert lots of reference layers, what happens is that what seems to be variable becomes much closer to a deterministic approach. So this is the image generation, which is the last step, right? This gets information from the previous prompt. So it gets the creator photo, which is an image. It gets the screenshot, which is an image from the application. It gets the Lovable logo. The style, there's this cartoon illustration, something. So after we do all of this, we tell it to not do stuff that we don't want it to do. I mean, so I created this, just prompted it just for us here. I created this Hawaiian surf shop. I would encourage you to first ask experts about it. But do you know an expert in design? I don't. So I asked the AI itself. So emulating a panel of highly awarded UI and UX professionals, I want you to have 3 different archetypes of professionals, and all of 3 must propose wildly different approaches to this homepage. Nothing is sacred, but it still must look like a surf shop website. It must communicate its main business objective, and it must keep its font on the top left name and on the hero section for Aloha Surf Co. Everything else you can change. But according to the best principles of UI and UX, I want these professionals to argue openly about how they would do it. They are all competing for the big prize of $1 million, and I want them to justify their proposals. All 3 proposals must be edgy, different from what we are seeing right now. So we have a simulated guy here is a minimalist interaction, is a brutalist, the other is an immersive experience. Now, what I will do, build all 3 variations, calling them page A, B, and C, and link these pages in the top nav menu. I'm introducing variation to the mix, right? And things you can vary are things that are related to the customer, or related to the mood, or related to more top of the funnel activities of your product or service. What shouldn't you change? you shouldn't change your logo, a slogan, a key catchphrase. Okay, so mostly telling us here is that the overall goal of the website will be kept the same. What you can change is stuff that's not related to the brand perception, but you can change stuff that makes people feel more welcome and matches their mood, matches their way of seeing things. Okay, so now we got 3 pages. And now maybe what we want is to have an image which is different from this one. Let me just prompt it. I want to have a cartoon hero image in all 3 pages. But I want the same cartoon character to be doing different cool stuff with a surfboard. Keep the character the same. Will be a blonde, tanned guy with black trunk shorts and a yellow surfboard. So sometimes it's easier to figure out what's better, and sometimes it's not. So now I have the A, the B, and the C. Okay, so you see, this is not the same character. So what I'm going to do right now is set the hero B image as base image. Now regenerate A hero image and C hero image using the reference from our main character in a very low temperature setting with a more than 90% adherence to the prompt. I want all 2 new images to have the same character, although in a different pose or in a different scene. You see, now we have variations and now we can test these. Sometimes, so now we must probably have a consistency of character. I mean, come on, this is the same guy. Really? Okay, now we can move a little further. What Surf Shop needs to have 6 different models of surfboards, each with a different size, color, and layout. And I want all of these surfboards to be shown in a beach, vertically planted in the sand, with our base image character being used as a reference in a very low temperature prompt and in a very high adherence to the prompt constraints. Our character can change its poses, but in all of his poses he should be close, holding, sitting by, jumping over, climbing over the surfboard it's showing. As in a gallery on the second section in all pages, the same gallery. So I created a gallery with variations of product, and then I created 6 images of such and such. Now go to the fun part. Create a configuration menu that opens up a modal with 1 line for each surfboard that will allow me to create a new surfboard for the gallery. And when I type the surfboard, it will immediately populate the gallery with said surfboard and using the same image prompt as I just used it to create the current surfboard gallery. Also, I want to have a character drop-down menu with 4 more characters different than our main one. By selecting such characters, there must be a straightforward prompt to use their own images as base image for generating consistent characters, as we have been using with the current character we have. Okay, we have a gallery with the cool surfer guy, and the cool surfer guy is very consistent among those images. What we're doing right now is creating a system for introducing variations in our system. So something that feeds on itself. I want to have the means of inserting a surfboard, and then it will create a surfboard here. And then I pick the character it will show up with. Each character option stores a path to its reference image. So there are those guys here. It even gave them a name, which is very cool. In the other layout. All right, guys. Now we have the quiver, which we can select. I can generate an ad for every one of them. Actually, I'll get the Luna with the Crimson Rider. So what I did here is to introduce programmatic variation in my application. We just check. Make sure every new generation of each character has a very deep respect for the previously generated reference-based image for each character. I just generated 2 images from a character and it doesn't look the same. So the temperature should be lower if it's set, and the prompt adherence should be higher if it can be set. Review all functions and output what you find, confirming the change. So, Lucio, I don't want to do images, I want to do hero sections. I want the same thing. Ocean, Dart, 6, fun board with, now I want Luna again with the Reef Runner. 5, 6. What I'm doing here is trying to generate consistent new outputs. And this one point becomes a matter of just fine-tuning. And then what's the paradigm shift that I'm telling you guys? Instead, use this as part of your design flow, as part of your build flow, as part of your prompt flow. You can use the same approach to create variations on. If you don't know how or what to call stuff that you're seeing on your screen, no problem. Just, I will do the lamest question here. Just see some things that I don't like in this page. I am on page A and I don't know how to call them, but I am sending you a screenshot, and on this screenshot you will see what I mean. It's just too big. I want it to be smaller. So I want the whole page to feel more modern. What is allowed and what is not. Please advise. So as vague as I could be, using the plan mode. The more vague you are, the more plan mode is necessary. I screenshot this, open up Microsoft Paint, edit it. Just created an image in Microsoft Paint, which is with no other input. And then there's the image. I typed it here. Okay, so it made it in the dark mode. It inserted a galaxy theme. The AI wants to help you, but you have to be deliberate about it. Conclusions for the day. Hope you got something out of this. We created variations from the prompt, variations that we didn't know we could have. I would recommend you to review the plan mode. You will learn so much. It will always tell you what it is doing. And then if you create so many variations and versions of your stuff, you don't need to create like a whole control panel to create variations. It will be so much easier for you to figure out what really works. Last pro tip, I have 4 AIs open: ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and Grok. I'm a paid subscriber to ChatGPT, which is my daily driver, and to Claude, which is my output refiner. So everything goes to ChatGPT. Sometimes when I need suggestions, I input the same prompt I use in ChatGPT to the other two, to Gemini and Grok. Thank you so much for your time. Goodbye.